So one of the things he asked me to kind of talk about that people kind of a misunderstanding of kind of what is economic development and what does it look like. I think the easy thing to do is to kind of tell you what the results are, because there's a whole lot of stuff that we could be here for hours and I'm not going to bore you with that. But when there's successful economic development efforts, what we as taxpayers see is lower taxes, we see better livability, and we see more services and retail opportunities that are available to the local community. So there's a lot of effort going on. My company's role in doing that is to kind of bridge the gap between the government and the investment sector. Sounds kind of complicated, but it's really pretty simple. We kind of just put the pieces together and we try and figure out the best solution for locally for what West Belleville's needs might be and how do we fill those needs. And so, you know, everybody's doing their part. Herman obviously said, well, we want to know what you're doing, what you have been doing. So our company was the company behind the redevelopment where 4204 Brewery is, and it's gone pretty well. And we're at a point now where, as everybody knows, Shenanigans closed, which had been here for 20 plus years. We do have a new tenant going in, and they are under construction. They've completely retrofitted that space. I mean, took it down to the studs, or everything. The only two things that stayed were the brick wall that enclosed the kitchen and the bar. Everything else was stripped out of the place. So for those of you who ever use the restrooms, all brand new restrooms, all brand new plumbing. So that always seems to be the big question. The name of the company, you've seen the sign up, is Secured and Cultured. What it'll be is they've got two really parts of their business that they're bringing in. And one, the front half, where if you remember where the old banquet area is, will be a full market. So kind of like the West End market, with all of the offerings that obviously won't be as big. And then they'll have a full restaurant. So it'll be more restaurant and retail centric rather than bar centric. And that's one of those opportunities that we looked at and we said, what's the market missing? What void can we fill? And how do we put those pieces together? And so right now it looks as though that business is going to open in January. We may be able to get them to have some retail open in late December, but having been in the construction business for a while, trying to get everybody there on time and get the job done on time is a little bit challenging, especially around the holidays. So once Thanksgiving rolls around, everybody in my industry checks out. So we hope that we can stay on schedule, but it would be in January under just about any circumstance. The other